Yo, welcome back to Kids from the Ghetto Outtakes. My name is Jamal G, and right now I'm here with the. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was to me the most requested person that people ask me about all the time. But he always around, but he never really around. But and then we gonna use this as outtakes. So like a lot of different things gonna come out of this space. But when we get to Kira be back, we're gonna do an official episode. But right now, with me, I got my my favorite rapper that I know personally, and I've been saying this for like 20 years now. We got M-Extra here, ladies and gentlemen. Lil Me here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Blessed.
Yeah, as you should, bro. So look, this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna give a little background, right, to who you are, who we are to one another, and we just gonna go from there. We just gonna build from there for real. You know, I want to talk about some records. Like I told you before, Extra's Exodus is one of the highly listened to songs in Japan. Okay. At least that's from my analytics, you know, that's what it say. So I'm gonna get into all of that. So for those who don't know, Extra is my older cousin, right? But by blood, like his pops and my pops are brothers.
Big brothers.
You feel me? So me and Extra, I know Extra my entire life, and grown up with him. Like we lived together for a good bit of time in my formative years, right? So, you know, we've got to build that relationship and that rapport. You feel what I'm saying? And I always credit him for getting me started rapping. I remember we lived on, for a small time in like 95, 96. Yeah. They came to live with us in Goodnow right before they was about to get their spot in Goodnow. So we ain't moved too far. Right. And I remember one morning waking up, Extra was already out there rapping. Mind you, Extra ain't nothing but 9, 10 years old at the time. And he told me, he was like, yo, just start rapping. I told him straight up, like, and I remember this vividly because I think this was a pivotal moment in me growing up. And I told him, I said, yo, I don't know how I rap. I don't know how to rap. And he was like, you just got to start going and saying stuff. And to some people, that's like very insignificant. But for me, I think that was very pivotal in how I started to create raps, essentially. Not make music, but create raps. So that's kind of a little backstory about how I got started and why I credit him and look to him as if like he started me, you know, making the music. But the reason I call him my favorite rapper that I know personally is a whole different thing. So actually, you know, you can tell the people, or you can start it and just say like how you started rapping, and you know what I mean? How'd you start putting that together?
Man, I can't really like. I was sitting here thinking like, where did I start? It's a gift. It was a gift gave like, I can't. You know, we always been around music.
Yeah, sure enough.
Always been around music.
Yeah, I was telling them that before, like with Uncle Marlon and all that.
Yeah. I mean, not only just rap, jazz, R&B, we always been around music. So it's in your head, it's playing around, like, and I guess it go even back probably to like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah,
listening to that, like when tapes was out.
Yeah, I was telling niggas Crazy Bone in my top 5.
Yeah,
yo, I be telling niggas be looking at me crazy. I be like, nah, Crazy in my top 5. You feel me? But I was saying it like from the perspective of like I had figured, I think we've had this conversation before about how it's just this innate ability that you had. But the thing that kind of sets you apart from everybody else that know how to rap is how quick your mind moves when you freestyle. right? And it's been documented because I've called you up, put you on the spot before when we was in, I don't know if you remember back when we were performing in Levels Lounge years ago, back in like 2010, 2011. I called you to the stage and you feel me?
It's going to flow.
And it just flowed right off the top. And like, I've never been able to have that gift, right? I think I do okay when it comes to freestyling, you feel me? But to be able to be as swift as you,
right?
I don't think I've had that ability. Do you credit that to anything specifically?
Practice. I've been doing it for so long, so they try, throw me on the spot. Okay, there's always something working in there.
Yeah.
And then it either go off of, if you one of them type artists that you can rap about everything in the room. You touch yourself on whether it gotta be a story told, what's going on around me, different topics. It's just I call it exercise.
Yeah.
It's exercise.
Right. So with that, right? So to me, in my mind, I can tell you like how I see it, right? I know what like it is what you're saying, but I can tell you how I seen it, right? Like for me, knowing you and knowing your life story, you got away from the pen and pad for a while, like just the way that you lived your life, right? And so, for example, you never like you would be somewhere out doing something, but you never lost the love for music or rap, essentially. And so you had to work out some kind of way. And it's like I can't put it down on paper right now. I'm away from that because I'm doing this, and that's probably how you got sharper. I would say, right, because you're going further and further away from your pen and pad.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So you had to find some way to kind of like work out and get that out there. And then to me, I'd be like, yo, I've always been around this. You know, I've always been around my pen and my pad and so on and so forth.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Like that, I think to me that speaks volumes, right? So real quick, we gonna change gears and kind of fast forward, right? So we talked about a little bit about the origin story.
Okay.
But I want to talk about Shine Plus a little bit and that time in your life. You feel what I'm saying? Do you want to touch on what Shine Plus was, what you were to Shine Plus, and how that thing unfolded and how
That's when I was in high school. In high school, moved back over the West Side. A group of brothers that I met. They are brothers. So they got Shine Plus going on. Like I knew them from high school and being outside. Then once I went up their house, they got the studio. I'm like, oh boy, y'all don't know this, but I love to do.
Right.
And that's when they first started hearing me rap. They like, oh yeah, like shorty,
he one of them ones,
one of them. And it was like, yeah, keep going. They got instrumentals. I said, oh man, this is
it.
This like a kid at the playground, like whatever you want to do. And I'm young, man. That's where it started off at.
Right
there. I'm in the booth. I'm the type, they put the CD on, the whole, you don't want to get in? I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going, yeah.
I got more to keep going, and it won't be, I'm saying the same thing or you get tired. Right. Just keep flowing and that was part of me getting better too. So I even turned them moments until say if I get mad, I go in the booth and rap the anger off. But yeah, that's where I started off with Shine Plus and doing music with them and just being around them every day. So, it just became, all right, this where I'm at every day, whether we in the house or we outside. So
it just kind of one of those things that was organic for real, because it was like I'm kicking it with niggas, and niggas is cool, you feel me? We friends or whatever, but we also do this too. And it was kind of like, I remember couple times, like I remember when niggas used to have shows down, what is it called, bro? What's the
5 Seasons?
Is it 5 Seasons?
5 Seasons.
Back when niggas used to have shows at the 5 Seasons, niggas get the shirts printed up and all that. I was just thinking to myself, like, and mind you, I'm with the Pirates at the time, and we, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking like, man, like that's that's kind of what we should be doing, getting our shirts printed up.
Right.
And Reek was trying to take us in that direction, but when you got too many personalities kind of like trying to contribute into the pot, you know what I mean? They always say it's, what is it, too many generals, not enough soldiers,
right?
Something like that. So, you know, it was that, but with us, but with y'all, it was a 3-man group, and I seen y'all kind of moving, you know, in sync, essentially. I remember coming to a session one time, and Wop was in the booth at the time, and he said, "This a lyrical ass whooping."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm taking that."
Yeah.
He has no idea I'm taking him. I'm taking that. I said, I give him credit for it. I'll call it law too.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm taking that. That's mine now,
Right.
Wop. You feel me? I'm sorry. No, you got to get out of here. But no, shout out to Wop and them, man.
Yeah.
But we take it from Shine Plus, and I remember just like, I'm like, yo, I'm finally in position to do a mixtape. I remember calling you. It was the day Michael Jackson died.
Yeah.
I called you. You remember?
Yeah.
I called you. I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna put a mixtape out. You okay? What you know what I mean? What you trying to do? You like? I'm like, I think I'm gonna call it Man in the Mirror. You know, and he was like, yo, this nigga love Michael Jackson.
I know you love Michael.
Yeah, man. I had to tell niggas, yo, I had to moonwalk on the Sega. Tell niggas, man, niggas think I was bluffing. You feel me?
Every day this man had to watch that.
Told niggas.
Michael Jackson, man.
I told niggas.
Every day. And it was a video, but the video was like a movie.
It was like a movie.
It was a movie.
Niggas had the Sega game too. They don't know about that.
Yeah,
don't trip. Don't worry about it. Don't gotta tell niggas nothing. Niggas be thinking I be bluffing.
Going back to you saying when he passed, I remember you like, yeah, man, my man passed.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, I'm like, who? Michael. I'm like,
my nigga Mike Bands. Yeah. He was all our man.
That shit, man. Like, yeah.
That nigga Mike was all our people.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You definitely don't knock him.
Yeah. So I called you and I was like, I'm gonna do Man in the Mirror. And I was ready to start pressing forward right then and there. But, you know, things happened the way they happened. That was in 2009, but 2010, I was really ready to go. And I'm like, yo, we gotta do this music, right? And so I think I got some instrumentals. I told you which record we gonna do. Like we did Ear Hustle.
Right.
We did, I think back in the day, something like that, on To Whom It May Concern.
Yeah.
And then we formed the team, right? With myself, you, and Yancey.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I thought we had a winning thing going to go. You feel me? I personally, I was like, yeah, yo, I think this is a winning thing. And we was shutting down homecomings. We did Bowie, Yard Fest. We did we did UMES homecoming. We did Cop and homecoming.
Yep.
You feel me? I thought we was going to take it all the way.
We definitely could have, though.
And from my perspective, I'll just tell you from my perspective, I was a little upset with everybody in the group because I'm just like, damn, yo, them niggas can't stay down until we came up.
Right.
You remember Yancey went and joined the band that he was with at the time, the boy group. You feel me? I ain't saying it like that. Like, I mean, shout out to Yancey. Love Yancey. That's my brother.
Yeah.
Just saying, like, that was that time. And then
When I went to my second home.
Yeah. Right. So, no, not just yet. Not just yet. Not just yet.
All right.
Right. And we won't get to that too because like that's a real dynamic, like we was just talking about out there. But you went back outside.
Yeah.
You feel me? And
outside.
And in my mind, I was just like, damn, yo, Extra was with me. We went to Silver Spring. Yeah. Mind you, niggas ain't even spelled air like that before. You feel me?
We need to do more things like this.
Yeah.
Go more places. Yeah.
Niggas out there looking at cherry blossoms. I ain't never seen nothing like that before in my life, champ. So like, for us, I felt like, damn, like, had he just stuck around and stuck with it, yo, we could have got somewhere. We was about to put out, we had done a few singles.
Right.
And we was about to put out the Black Desperado.
Oh, yeah.
And you did the record, Ear Hustle to the Track. And you wasn't where we at. And I was just like, yo, this one is a winner.
That definitely
I had got the beat. I had picked the beat up for you. You wrote a whole record.
That was
and you never came back to finish the record, which is a common theme here. We going because you feel me, but you never came back to finish the record. Can you tell me like the struggle? Can you define that? What that is like the struggle between this side of life that you on now and that other side of life. Can you talk about that, and why was it such a power struggle for you?
Man, I thank God to be where I'm at now. I thank God, cause like it's addicted. It's being addicted to like that lifestyle of living fast. I was living like that since 14. So it was like that's all I knew. That's all I knew in the streets, ripping and running, just living fast. Living on the edge, but it seemed normal. It was like it was normal. You know, be out in the streets, you get caught up, sit down. It was a repeated cycle. Repeated cycle. Even as I got older, I'm like, man, like, then I start telling myself, like, look, man, I'm not gonna be doing this like in my 30s. I'm not gonna be doing this in my 30s. I had the last time, I'm gonna say the time before the last, came back. I ain't go back in the street.
Right.
That's when I had started working. Started working. I'm like, I like this side better. You know, I ain't, you know, it's not as fast, but it's safe.
Yeah.
I know I ain't gonna get in trouble.
Right.
I was staying out of trouble. I let old things, been around old things, some old people, you know, people that still moving that way, and I let it, like, the temptations get to me, like, oh, maybe I could, you know, bust a couple moves, and went back one more time, and then get set down again. I'm like, it's even worse when you know, sitting there and you don't know what's gonna happen. Like,
right.
I'm over here again. I've been here. Like, it's not the people. I'm not worried about who I'm around or what's gonna happen, because I know how to handle myself. It's just being away from your family, being away from your children or your child, being told what to do. All that it get played out. It get played out as phony. Like, even if it's like, oh, I can deal with it, it ain't nothing, but it's played out. Like,
I be telling niggas, like, you know, like, you gotta make a decision in life, champ, and it's like, I'm not speaking from a nigga who don't got experience in making decisions, and I'm blessed to have made a few right decisions to try to, like, set myself up. You know what I mean? But I come from the world, that world. You know what I'm saying? So I know what it's like. I was, you know, I remember talking about it in frustration one time. You know, if niggas remember, I put out a freestyle. Long time ago, and they say, yo, and niggas say, what happened to the team? Don't ask me about the team. We disbanded. Them niggas, they doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, but that was the way that I got through that, because in my mind, I'm like, yo, we was collectively setting up plays, and I felt like we was winning. You know, we was doing shows, we was going places, and like, I think always more heads is better than one. You know what I mean? And like, the things that Yancey would learn, we was setting up for Yancey to come out and do his thing on a solo tip. Which, fast forward a few years, you know what I mean, he got a few placements. Boy been on USA Network, and Yancey's really succeeded in his music space for a bit. So she went on to do his own thing. So again, shout out to Yancey, yo.
Man.
But I felt like we could have done all of that together at that time. Yeah, you know. And I was just sitting there thinking to myself, like, damn, like, it gotta be a real struggle for Extra, you know what I mean? And I remember telling niggas about my frustration and saying, like, yo, that nigga back in the, you know, yo, back sitting down, you feel me? Yo on that state vacation again. And I would tell him, like, this has been consecutively your whole life for real. And he like, shit, that nigga lived there. He visit home. You know, he lived there. Yeah, he visit home. And I had started thinking from a perspective, like, damn, I wonder how tough it is for yo to survive in this space. You know what I mean? For a nigga to feel not necessarily comfortable, but like you said, I'm not worried about no niggas in here. I'm not worried about, I'm not worried. I know how to do this. I've done it before. And so I'm like, damn, that's kind of a crazy place to land, you know what I mean? And so we gonna work with the music, right? So we gonna work backwards, right? Because I want to get to Extra Exodus first. First off, I want to tell people how notorious you are for not finishing records. Let's go through that, right? So let's go through. So All right, so first time Extra never came through to finish a record. Black Desperate. It was I'm sorry. My name is an acronym. Me stand for murder everything. The little drops I hit you, then it's followed by heavy rain.
Yeah.
That joint. That's the first record you never came back and finished. I still got the rough and I ride around to that.
Okay.
So you never came back to finish that record. Mm-hmm. Then we did Law. We wrote Law together. Law 2 together. Yes, and I remember us like sitting there writing that one together. To me personally, I felt like that was the best record we did together. You know what I mean? Even though on what was it? It's All Right. We went back and forth.
I was about to say It's All Right.
We went back and forth. You know, that was really our season. You know, cuffing season time. That was really our season. I felt like we was really in sync there. Mm-hmm. And then we wrote Law 2 in the living room. You feel me? I never forget and write Law 2. That was my first time like trading bars with somebody. Right. Like you would give me a bar, I would give you a bar. Like that was the first time I even ever did that in my life because I'm a firm believer in writing all my raps. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And then we go to the studio to record Law. You record your verse, but I'm like, actually, we need to go put ad-libs on the joint. All right, cuz I'm gonna come. Nigga never show up. So when y'all hear Law 2 on the internet, is on the internet somewhere. When y'all hear Law 2 and y'all hear me on the ad-libs, it's not because I took Extra off the ad-libs. The nigga just never showed up. You feel me? He never showed up. So I forget what year it was. The next time we did Rock and Roll 2, the remix joint. Yeah. And I never forget, I was like, this nigga, it was the day before you was about to go sit down. Okay. It was New Year's Eve. All right. It was the day before you was about to go take one of your vacations. Oh, man. You feel me? And I was like, Action, we need to go to the studio right now. Right. And lock in. You feel me? And do this record. Mm-hmm. And you had re-recorded one of your verses, right? Mm-hmm. I put my verse on there. Right. And I never forget, I was just like, Mark, shout out to Mark from Street Legal Studios, my brother. Definitely. Mark was like, look, I got somewhere to be by this time. Y'all need to, make sure y'all get this done. I'm like, all right. And I locked Extra in the studio. I'm like, Extra, we ain't going nowhere till I get these ad-libs from you. Right. Because my experience is it's hard to get in touch with Extra after a while when we try and lock these records out. Mm-hmm. And pushing all the way up to this very last time where we did this record. I want to tell you how this record came about. It's called Extra's Exodus off of Be Kind to the Ghetto, which is on all DSPs right now. Go stream it, like it, run it up. You hear me? Yes. So I was away from my phone, right? Mm-hmm. The day you come back around, I'm away from my phone. Right. Nigga, my phone banging, buzzing. I finally get to my phone. Right. I got like 2 messages from Pun, like a call, a voicemail from this one and that one. Okay. Now I hit niggas back. Niggas say, yo, Extra home. I say, he home? I call Pun back. I say, yo, he how he look? Yo, he look good? He look all right? He said, yeah, that nigga look all right. He look healthy. I said, all right, I'm about to holler at him right now. Right. He sent me your number. Get the rapping. I say, yo, I'm coming out with this album called Be Kind to Kids from the Ghetto. It's my last album. It's not my last piece of music. I think a lot of people thought that was going to be my last piece of music that I was ever offering, and that's not accurate. Right. But it is my last album effort, right? Until, if I get a sponsor, get some bread, get some backing, right. Then I'm right back out here. You feel me? But exactly. It takes a lot to build an album. You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, this is going to be my last album. And I was like, actually, you need to put a verse on it. And I didn't have no more records. I had done all the records. Right. You know what I mean? I had got some records from a couple different producers or whatever the case is, but they had already been done. I did maybe about 16, 17, 18 records for Be Kind, but I kept it down to like 9 records. Right, yeah. The 10th record is a record called what is it called? They been asking where I've been, and I'm like, I been had that hook.
No, you been had that beat, cause I remember, yeah.
From 21 when we did the show, the online show.
Okay.
You feel me? Which you smoke. You feel me? That was everybody always credit the rock and roll remix as the most hype joint on there. So shout out to you for that shit. You feel me? I just had to get on there and try to smoke you real quick. You feel me? Nigga said, I've been chasing this dream for going on a such breed. In the back of my mind, I ain't had no. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, oh no, he ain't gonna step all over me like that. And just had me on the hook. No sir, I'm coming back. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but Extra's Exodus was special to me because I'm like, I call it Extra's Exodus simply because like, if I'm getting out, Extra coming with me too. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, he ain't never got to stop putting out music, or he can put out an album of his own if he so choose. But my origin story involves Extra.
Okay.
And so I want people to know on my last album offering, for the moment, this is how I'm ending the record.
Right. Okay.
And so I passed you that joint. I said, yo, just write to that one. You feel me? Nigga, Extra came home with you. I don't know how you got in that mode, but when I heard the record Extra say, they been asking where I've been, and I'm like, damn. Judge gave a nigga time right. Sent me back inside to get my mind right. Dirty politics. They caught me from a blind right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh.
Like, this what's going on.
Yeah.
That's what's planning ahead right
yeah.
now.
I said, oh,
get you.
Extra working on this one.
Yeah.
And again, right after that, I'm like, yo, we got to recut the vocal. It was hard to get in touch with Extra. I was so mad at this nigga. I was like, if I find this nigga, man, it's gonna be a problem, yo. I'm gonna furniture move this nigga. Take one, take two. I was so mad at the nigga, man. Yeah. But it worked out because I was able to go in there, and that's why, like, when y'all hear Extra's Exodus, it's me on the in and outs.
Right.
You feel me? Because Extra was supposed to recut that whole joint.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes it take a little bit of time to get readjusted. You know what I mean? So I credit it to that. But can you tell me like where you was like writing that verse? Like, cause you gotta think about some of the things that you said in there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like in some of the last bars you thought about, like what was that process in writing that one? Just getting back acclimated to it.
Basically transitioning back to, just making it back home. And I got to a point of, I like writing from a real standing point, not what could be going on, or it just like this where I'm coming from. This what just happened. That's what just happened. Now I'm back here with it, and then the rest just play out like it's lyrically. Like, this how I feel. We always been like, I'm cocky. Yeah, I feel as though I got a reason to feel that way. So that's where that just come from. I like the BS and whatever's going on. I don't, what everybody else is doing and what they be talking about. Everybody saying this. Everybody doing that. So I try to cut myself from that. Like, this is what's really going on in my life.
Right.
On real man time. Like, that's just the standpoint I kind of.
It was the energy, bro. Like the energy that I needed in that record, in that album. You came with that in a matter of 24 hours, bro. Right. And I was just like, this is because remember, you didn't make it on To Whom It May Concern, the album.
Right.
You know what I mean? We was one of those things where like we couldn't catch up with one another, and then everything that was going on. So I was like, it would be blasphemous to not get Extra on this album. Yeah. And when I heard the record, and it's like you kept building, like, you know what I'm saying? He said, dope flow, you been without it while your nose running. The liberation of freedom, that's what the bros running. Thanks for giving the key. I never stole frontin'. And from the concrete I rose from it, I'm the black rose from it. I watched bro pack shows from it. And I was like, this is a fact. You know? Like, yeah.
I just caught chills.
Like I said, I watched bro pack shows from it. Yeah. For you wild coyotes, yeah, I be roll running. What they don't give me, I take. I never stole nothing. I ain't doing no frontin'. Extra, what do you say? Extra circle out. I'm a tic-tac-toe something. Yeah. Add niggas warn, like, get back, bro coming.
You did.
I was like, God. Yeah. Like, yo, I said I gave him this beat no more than 16 hours ago, bro. 16 hours ago. And then he did the perfect thing in summing up the record.
I got right on top of it.
You get what I'm saying? And like, I appreciate you for that. And like I told you, you know what I mean?
That's the least I could do.
Yeah. Nah, listen, man. Like I tell you, you know, I wasn't always in position to do business the right way. You know what I mean? And I give myself grace for that now, and I ask forgiveness for those who the business wasn't done right in my formative years. But you know, knowing now with that album, I'm able to do cuts and splits and different things like that. Like getting you acclimated to that was one of the proudest moments for me. You know, to be able to like work out a split for extra and compensate bro for that.
Right.
And so that's still, on the table working out. So I was grateful for that. But one of the things too, like I kind of want to go back to some verses, right? One of the first joints we did at Street Legal was the What's My Name freestyle.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
And I quote that verse. It's a couple verses that stand out. I'll go over two, right? That verse, you said, they say it's extra about his business you're about to see. Fresher than a white dove, flyer than a falcon bee. I'ma do it big, make the pigs try Malcolm me. Right. Feeling like Martin Luther standing on the balcony. Before that trigger squeeze, I'm hoping somebody shout for me. If I ain't the one, then tell me who you came out to see.
Yeah.
Shit, you might as well have your eyes closed. Competition is dead as long as you and I know. Yeah. What kind of maniac am I? A pyro. I came a long way from writing lines in my spiral. This is really what caught me. This right here. He said, don't claim you something and you not being addressed by it. That fly talk, I really ain't impressed by it. Right. I'm cooling. This is an exercise flow.
Yeah.
I still got that flow that mesmerized souls.
Yeah.
You are in the presence of the freshest I know. All black, hair to the back.
Desperado.
The black desperado. That's what we was going to call the big state extra mess the money up.
Yeah.
You are in the presence of the freshest I know. All black, hair to the back. Desperado. Most of these brainiacs know less than I know. Right. Make it hard to keep up with the message I show. All of my work go down in the archives. I came to attack the game from offsides. My vision see things close from a far sight. I torture tracks with tactics from Saw 5. I was like, oh, he walking on there. I say he walking on this. Yo, when you think about verses like that and stuff like that where you just walking on, where it seems like just a regular freestyle, does that stuff just come super easy to you? Or do you feel like, yo, I'm on the track with Cho, I got to do this?
I was about to go there, but see, when I'm around you, I'm like, see, it's different than, all right, they gonna talk about what's going on in they hood or in they streets. I said, I gotta come like real sharp. You dig? When I'm around you, it's something different. So that's why I be forgetting about these verses or this stuff I said. I ain't heard the song in a while or the verse in a minute.
Right.
I'm like, damn, I like going back over joints. I'm like, damn, that was that many years ago. What was I thinking when I wrote that? Or where my mind was at when I came up with that verse? Like, I'm until you just walk that down, I'm like, damn, I did say that.
Yeah.
But I know I'm like, man, I gotta come real sharp. It gotta be touchy, something real touchy to make you think about it. Like, damn, yo said that. Like, you heard that? You caught that? Some people might not be on that level.
Right.
You dig? I don't know. They might probably be like, man, y'all talk about some crap. Like, man, listen to what he just said, though.
Yo.
Think about that.
I torture tracks with tactics from Saw 5.
Yeah.
Niggas, listen. The like I said, one of the standout things was like, don't claim you something and you not being addressed by it. You feel me? Like, that was, and it's like for me, little gems and jewels throughout your bars that kind of kept me, again, another reason that say like, the best rapper I know personally is yo. Like, you ain't touching some of that stuff. You ain't touching. I'm in there doing all these flips and flows and all that kind of stuff. But just to be able to kind of like set the stage for what you was about to do was enough for me. You feel what I'm saying? And so another joint was when we did Notorious Terps with Husky, Haziah Gold, formerly known as Husky Hazel.
Yes.
You feel me? But that record was just like some mixtape stuff. We just wanted to rap and like tribute to Bone, whatever.
Right.
And Husky took big place on that. I thought that I was going to go after him, but I'm like, nah, I think I'm going to take Crazy place.
Right.
You feel me? Extra said, you can drop me in wherever.
Right.
Man, the beat break, and then Extra say, round here, we never let the pressure last. You know you got to say the best for last. What do you say? Long dreads, 2 goals. That's Extra ass. Trying to figure you a student will get dressed for class. What do you say? I know some of the verse, like, it's like, you hear that? How far on this journey you want to get to? And now I don't know how they want me to look. I be tripping off these wannabe crooks. Play beef on the burn to get cooked. Jot lines that could turn into hooks. Just spot mines, now I'm running the jukes. Pick a beef that you want me to whoop. Should have seen what I done with the puss. I was like, oh my gosh. I said, yo, I gotta go after him on this. I said my flow gonna have to take me over the bridge on this one, because like he is whooping this.
Yeah.
These bars don't come from the book. This beat was a wonderful look. Yeah. Niggas hate, but I nothing but push. I've been here lately, just late, and ask niggas they satisfied with they self. I bet niggas wouldn't call they flow dope if they had to buy it they self. Yeah. Niggas analyzing they self. I was like, hey yo, he is walking all over this thing. Now what I will say is that fast flow stuff has always been your bag. Yeah. And like, you don't mince words when it come to that. Right. And again, and I think you said it earlier, and maybe like an attribute to us listening to Bone back then, but your mind has to work so fast in order to say so many words in such a short period of time and make sense. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And so I was like, damn, yo, I wonder if Extra really know how nice he actually is. So have you ever just sat back and thought to yourself, like, yo, I probably could really do this rap thing. Like, I probably could really make a significant impact if I just stayed focused on it. Have you ever just sat there and thought like that?
Not really, right? I know it's a gift. I definitely already know it's a gift. I'm like, I listen to these other people and be like, nah, I know what you about to say next. I can tell from what you just said, I know what you about to say next. Or you that basic. You that basic. So I just set myself aside from, other artists, like, man, like, or what they just written, I'm like, I can freestyle better than that, bro.
Damn.
Some dudes, I'm like, I can freestyle a verse better than what you just wrote, bro. I promise you. Like, I know I done it. Or let somebody else judge it.
Yeah.
And then I done battled dudes too. So.
That's another thing. Yeah, I remember back in the day, 12 would call and say, well, this nigga Extra 10 Emerson Avenue ass up. Yeah, up and down Emerson Avenue, just going down battling niggas. I say, oh yeah. And like, that kind of got me in my bag too, because I'm like, yo, I want to be ready for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't getting on no record with no slum. You feel what I'm saying? And I've always felt like I was the best in one of my draft class or whatever the case is, but I always wanted to align with myself with people who I thought were better than me at times. Okay. You know what I mean? And so I felt like I always had like a winning recipe, because I'm like, shit, I'm rapping with Extra. Right. Like, ain't nobody rapping like, yo. Right. Not for real. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like when Extra take the time and focus and figure his buzz out and all that, like, he the best. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just felt like, yo, like, damn, yo, we had a real opportunity to catch the streets with what you was doing. And I was like, from a lyrical perspective. Right. And I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But everything happens the way that it should. I can tell you right now, for where you are in life right now, like, can you talk about that a little bit? Like the mindset more so, not like physically where you are and the working piece of it, but like just mindset. What's keeping you from like diverting and going back over that way?
I'm age.
Yeah, age, yeah.
Experience.
We's up there.
You done been through that. People, like, I ain't got no more time to get them people. My son, you know, I'm like, I can't go backwards no more, man. I can't go backwards no more. I done wasted enough time over there. I know what come from it. I'm like, it ain't. I don't even hang outside no more. I don't hang outside. I don't go around the old areas. If I see you and you still well alive and moving, good to see you. Bless you. I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Around.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. One of the in my adult life, one of the best times in my adult life is when we went to Top Golf a few months back in August for a nigga birthday.
Right.
And it felt like just like those times that we spent together when we was younger on Elmley or Goodnow or Palmer or wherever, you know what I'm saying? It felt like those times just as adults. It was one of the first times in years, I think, that we was all together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think it was our first time, and really, like, I want to say my adult life, but I can't really recall. I don't want to lie. So,
Right.
But it was the best time that I've had with all of us. You feel what I'm saying? And so, like,
good time.
I remember leaving that night and just praying, like, I just pray that all these brothers just stay on the path that they on and just continue to grow. You feel me? Because in my mind, I'm just like, niggas is unstoppable like this.
Yes. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And again, some stuff is you really can't understand if you're on the outside looking in, but it's something about somebody in survival mode that this innate thing takes over, and it's just like, yo, I gotta go get it. Right. And as a man, I understand like being able to say like, yo, I want to earn it on my own, and the best way I know how to do it is by doing the thing that I'm very good at, and that's this. Right. And so, you know, I just wanted to bring you on here, yo, to say I'm super proud of you, my nigga. Like I've always looked up to you from a rap perspective, you know what I'm saying? So I want to say thank you for giving me that level of inspiration too, yo, because again, my pen stayed sharp knowing that I had to go against you. You feel what I'm saying? And like knowing that, like, I'm like, yo, this nigga is never going to just whoop me on nothing. You feel me? And so like I gotta go. I'm never gonna have a worse verse.
Of course,
you dig what I'm saying? Right. I ain't never gonna have a worse verse on the joint.
Right.
And so, you know, it kept me grounded from that perspective. You feel me? And so I'm grateful for that. Now I want to kind of do this or that, if you will.
Okay.
Right? And it's all like from people that we listened to growing up, that I know we listened to growing up. All right. I'm gonna go Woo or Bone.
Bone.
Kiss or Beans.
Kiss.
J or Nas.
J.
We'll go Pac or Big.
I was always a Big.
Woo. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something, right? That's where we differ. Right. Because love all those people I just said. But I was always a Nas and a Pac guy.
Okay.
Right? Can you tell me why you was a Big guy?
Big, to me, like, to me, Pac was an entertainer. All the way around the board. You see movies. He even danced at first. So it's like, whatever I gotta do to be, it's just more believable. I'm not saying Pac not believable. He right from this was going on all around the world. What Big gave you was, this what I've been through. This how I was really living. This is what's going on. So when he gave you them verses like, yeah, I had to hustle to feed my daughter and do this and that, like, he was really there. Like, I'm not saying Pac wasn't never out in the street or nothing, but you're an entertainer, and nothing's wrong with that. But it's just like, it's from a more, what word am I looking for? Like, it's more from a reality. This is his reality.
Yeah, right. I get what you're saying.
You know, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And so why would you take Jay over Nas?
Yeah.
The world knows I'm a Nas guy.
Right.
You feel me? Love Jay. Right. Love, you know what I mean? But the world know this. I ain't tricking the public. You know what I mean?
And have you heard? He just dropped something recently.
Nas?
Nas just dropped something.
Brother,
recently.
have I heard it?
I mean, I ain't gonna say have, but yeah.
You know I've heard it.
Yeah.
I'm light years ahead of niggas. You feel me?
I love hearing the dudes. He been out in the 90s. He's still out right now. He's still doing his thing now. And he always kept on
elevating. Yo.
That's what
I mean. Yeah. That's why I was telling niggas, yo. I was telling niggas like, this could be a long conversation, but I was telling niggas like, how could you? And I'm not comparing them to nobody, but I'm just saying like, from a contemporary rap perspective, Nas has shown niggas time and time again that I'm the best.
Yeah.
Right? From 2020 to 2023, 4, nigga put out 6 albums.
Yeah.
The Magic series and the King's Disease series. One of them was Grammy winning.
Right.
He's still in the best rap category 30 years after he done came out.
Right.
Y'all remember Live at the Barbecue came out in 92. 30 years after that, I'm still in the best rap artist, best male rap artist category.
And don't look like he aged that much neither. He done grew some hair and everything.
Yeah, come on, yo.
Yeah.
So when niggas start talking all this, you know, I get your favorites. I'm not mad at niggas' favorites. You feel me? But when you start looking at things logistically, analytically, even when I say that, I don't mean like albums sold. I mean, who's still putting out good music today? How can you not say Esco?
Right. I think this way, didn't he end up like signing to Jay or something?
He signed to Def Jam.
Def Jam?
He signed to Def Jam, and Jay was the president at the time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's more like one of them. All right, and I give it to you. You won. He won between him and Jay, but still at the end, it's like I'm still over you.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing to me with that was like in any situation, like especially with a nigga, like, I'm going somewhere wherever I can do the best business possible.
That makes sense to
you. feel what I'm saying? And like niggas think I think that's a small-minded thing that we get into in our community. You get what I'm saying? I ain't going over there and mess with Joe because to the public it's gonna look like this.
Right.
But in reality, when I got over there, I was able to put out Hip Hop Is Dead.
Right.
I was able to put out the Nigga album. You get what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And like my level of access to resources that I may not have had on my previous record label, I have access to now.
All that,
you know what I'm saying? And I can utilize that to my benefit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, I think in our community, yo, I think we have to get out of the small-minded nature of ego, essentially.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't just look up to people that came before me. I can look linear and see like people that's doing things that I think is fire that I look up to. Like, yo, that's fire. Like, I would love to be a part of something like that, or take whatever that person's doing and take it to the next level. You get what I'm saying? I think niggas got way too much ego in the way of things. You know what I mean? Especially men. You feel me? And like fragile shits too. Like, and I long for the day where I can say that my ego no longer plays a part in the way that I interact socially, and especially the way that I do business.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it takes so much away from the growth process, if you will. You know what I mean? Niggas slack on things that's conducive to them.
Right.
Because they worried about how public perception is.
Yeah.
And so for me, Nas made a power move right there. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it. You know what I mean? I ain't never not today. Right. I love to own my own stuff. You know what I mean? 4900 is mine, and so on and so forth. But if anybody ever came to me and say, look, yo, I'd love to take that brand to the next level. You know, how can we do this together?
Right.
I ain't never sitting there and being like, yeah, you can't put your name on a creator list, bro. I created 49. Nah. If you came and figured out something that we could do together, and you actually created that thing, by all means, Chad, I'm with you. Let's get it cracking. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
So my thing is like, now that we on this other side of life, what do you have that you feel like you want to do musically? Right? Because I know some of your life stuff, and you can share that if you want to. But musically, do you feel like you want to get back out there? Do you feel like I've done all that I wanted to do. You've done shows and this, that, and that. What do you feel like you want to do in the music space, on the artistic space, even?
I still, even if it's just a mixtape, I would like to really bring like lyrically music back. It's not that right now. Everybody done turned it to like drill. Either drill or they beefing with somebody. Man, forget all that crap. Let me hear you rap.
Yeah.
And let it sound good. Don't let me sounding basic. I know your next bar is coming. Or you sound like the other 10 Baltimore people. Like
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, like I wanna when it's to a point like you hear what you are you really listening? Not just this beat. His beat make you listen to a song. No, like lyrically. I would like to bring that part back in the music though.
I think to me, I think it's there, right? But I do believe that you got to search for it a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how people like grow their listenership and all that kind of stuff. Like I love finding new artists that I feel like I can relate to, or I feel like got bars or whatever. And we can talk more about like different artists that I've been listening to too, because that's my preferred type of music. I'm a lyrical guy. I prefer to hear some lyricism. I prefer to hear some metaphors, some similes. I prefer to hear true song making, different flow flips. That's what I'm into. So I love that part of it. I like the drills and stuff too. You feel me? Like I think that's cool. I'm a lover of music all over. I just want to say to your point about creating something that's yours. Like 50 years from now, and you may, if God bless you to live that long of a life, so be it.
Right.
But we may be long gone from here. 50 years from now, and they be able to look at that thing that you created, that mixtape that you created, or that project that you put out,
right,
and be able to say, yo, this is who he was.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm encouraging you to at least give us an EP. That's ain't nothing but 5 to 6 songs. You feel me? If you got it in you, give us a whole project. You feel me? Original beats. You can dance on other people's joints however you want to do it. But I'm telling you, when you finish looking back on that creative process, and you hearing yourself back, and you just like, damn, like I really set a goal out to do something. And like I was telling you out there, like, excuse me, it's the discipline and the small things. That make like some of the big things easier. You know what I mean?
Right.
And how you figure that out, I don't know. I don't know what that looked like for you.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to personally hear. I don't even gotta be on it.
Right.
But if you want to give a rap or a verse or two, I wouldn't be mad at it. You feel me?
No, you'll be the first person.
I would love to hear a M-Extra mixtape, EP, album, project, something. You feel me? And I would love to hear that. So I encourage you to do that.
Oh yeah.
I encourage you to do that, yo. And then our closing minutes, bro. Whatever you want to give the world for a second, you know what I mean? Just go ahead and tell them and what you want to tell them, and all that.
Life too short. Life is too short to be, stay mad at somebody or bad energy. Like, yeah, just have good energy, man, and give it all to God, man. Give it all to God. Like, don't get out your own way. Give it to God and let Him. And like sometimes it's things you want to do or you want, and you going all of the wrong ways about it. Give it to Him. He gonna make sure you get what you supposed to have. Like, definitely
straight up and down like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, look, man, it's been a pleasure talking to you, brother. We talk. When we talk. But like, just to put you on this spot, I know when you went away before, podcast wasn't really like a thing, and this was the first opportunity people really get a chance to hear you talk.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But we're gonna be back next time with Takira B, and we're gonna do an official episode of Kids from the Ghetto. But I want to thank y'all for tuning in. watching what we got going on. Make sure you go stream Be Kind to Kids from the Ghetto on all digital streaming platforms. Make sure you listen to that Extras Exodus. It's one of my favorite songs on the album. You know what I mean? And stick around, listen to the whole joint if you can. You know, make sure you listen to the whole Jamal G collective from To Whom It May Concern, the Husky Files. What else I put out there, yo? No. I got damn, what's that one right? The Inebriated Dreams. Right. You know, so listen to the whole joint, man, and make sure you follow me on all social media at the Jamal G, THEE Jamal G Extra.
What is that? Oh yeah, I go by Extra on IG. It's the same thing as for Facebook. Yeah, I'm on both of them.
Make sure you just pay attention to what we got going on, man, because I do foresee now that Extras, you know, got aspirations of doing this music stuff. You know, I foresee myself like being involved in any way that he allowed me to. So make sure y'all pay attention, man. But again, this is an episode of Kids from the Ghetto, the unofficial joint. You know, make sure you like and subscribe, follow us on all social media platforms and on YouTube and all of that. And until next time, man, keep it G and stay sucker free like Extra would tell you. You heard me.
Definitely.